It's the NC State Wolfpack and the North Carolina Tar Heels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, Coach knows this is a huge opportunity for his team at home today. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Reese?
Holly, thank you. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolfpack offense takes the field, and we'll get a look at them first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
Looking for a gap, it's Scott. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. He'll run it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting three and starting this game off on the right foot.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the sophomore running back. He put up more than 250 yards, 4 touchdowns while running his team to a win in their last game. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage.
There's a crease. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The give on the counter. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll go to the counter play. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. With the catch, it's Gauze. There he goes. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. Pulls and fired complete. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Now on the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. Turns it on in midfield. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top as we get a look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll run the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. Hauls it in at the 40. And there he goes. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Some misdirection with the counter.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Makes the catch. It's Thurman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Tar Heels go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run from the shotgun. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Fires to the middle. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Bailey. Intercepted for the 11th time. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And they turn it into a defensive score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense, second down, clock's running.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Shoots it to the left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Makes the grab and room to run. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Timeout called by NC State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Right on the money. He makes the grab in the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his man. It's Ship. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 1 more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Oh, they're after him. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the #1 team, the Louisville Cardinals.
Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Catching up with North Carolina's head coach coming out of the locker room. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team. Somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Leaves it with the running back. Powers through the defender. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Running inside. It's gone. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Handoff from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Unleashes one. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The quick out. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. Well, that was a nice little pitch and catch there.
And when you get in the red zone, you're thinking run, run. The field shrinks. You see the tight ends really come into play in this area of the field. The big body guys that you can fake a little run action, throw them the football for the touchdown.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Bailey. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete to the right. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Running to the left. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Well, this game is all but wrapped up. The Week 13 scoreboard for the top 12 teams in the country looks like this.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They believe they can run right here. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fires to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Fires toward the target. Working that left side. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Let's it fly. Touchdown, UNC! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the NC State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Off the play fake on 1st down. Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Both teams fighting to play one more time, to go to a bowl game, build some momentum, and only one will be able to survive. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. What a difference the perception of this entire season will be based on what happens between these two trying to get to bowl eligibility. Pocket breaking down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They'll keep it on the ground. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Takes it past the marker. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air, it's Bailey. Complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Gauze. Runs through a man. He might have space. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands.
Snags it and he's open. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Now on 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. They just keep firing. Gets it to the back. Touchdown, NC State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
So just over 90 seconds to go, and this game's probably going to come down to whether they can recover this onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always